What's up, math scholars? It's Friday, and we're doing the study guide. I hate Monday quizzes, but thanks to the snow days, we have a Monday quiz. If we would have a snow day Monday, because there is some snow coming, then I would just push the quiz to Tuesday. Okay. As far as study parties, you can come third period today if you're free. You can come before school Monday. Okay. And bring your Chromebook, because there's a Polaris portion. All right, number one, we want to make the left-hand side match the right-hand side. So I'm not really going to touch the left-hand side. I think it's kind of pretty great. But how could I rewrite 27 with a base of 3? Aaron? Good. So 27 is actually 3 to the third. I would still have that x plus 3 hanging out. At this point, your left-hand side matches your right-hand side, so you have to use your brain a little bit. And I joked this morning, teenagers don't really like using their thinking brain, but you got to use it. So let's do some thinking. If 3 to this power equals 3 to this power, then what you're seeing in the pink boxes have to equal each other. Does that make sense? So we've got x plus 1 equals, and I'm going to distribute that, 3x plus 9. Go ahead and finish it from there all by yourself. And I'll do it silently, and you can check when you're ready. All right, number 2. This one's actually pretty easy. We got to cancel that e out because we're solving for x. How do we cancel an e out? Very good. We're going to do an ln on both sides because ln has a little baby invisible base e, and then I'll cancel that e. So I got to grab my calculator and type in ln 5. Oh, thanks. I still want to type it in because I don't trust anybody. No kidding. 1.61. He even rounded it correctly. I was mainly just checking that you rounded correctly, and you did. So I should have trusted you. You're a scholar. All right, so go to number 2. All right, number 3. Hey, there's a couple Polaris questions where the question is, what would you do for your first step? So let's play that fun game, what would you do? What do you think we should do first? John? Subtract 9. Very good. You'll get that question right on the test, scholar. All right. What do you think we should do next, Morgan? She said divide by 2. We do have to make the 2 disappear, but how do we make the 2 disappear? It's a base. Emmy. Yeah, the only way to make a base disappear is to log base that same number, so it'll go like that and cancel. So we're going to do log base 2 of 16. Everybody remembers math? Alpha math, right? That's going to get you that fancy log button. That log button that has the 2 blank squares, but you can put a 2 in a little square. Is it 4? Awesome. Thank you. What a scholar. Oh, messed that one up. No X there. And then our final step. What do you think we would do last, Nathan? 4 divided by 3. 1.3. All right, let's play that super fun game called What Would You Do First? What would you do first, Madison? Yep, you would get that question right.
No, Madison.
She's a scholar. If you guys haven't met Madison yet, she's super scholar.
But when I told you to divide by 3, I was a scholar.
Oh yeah, you're a scholar. Well, if you take your distraction device off your ear, you'll be more scholarly.
Yeah, but it makes me more.
All right, we're back to our fun game. What do you think we would do next, Zoe? Yeah, good. So Zoe recognized that 4 is a base, and the only way to cancel is to do a log base 4. And Zoe's going to use her math alpha math button at this point. Math alpha math.
Oh my god, that's a weird number.
Yeah, just round these to the nearest hundredth. So 1.020 would be rounding to the nearest hundredth in that case.
Yeah.
And then subtract 1. 1.196 or 1.2. Round that. All right. All right, number 5. I love this one. We get to use our logical brains a little bit.
Are we frogging?
No, no frogs. So we got log base 6 of this stuff equals log base 6 of this stuff. So you can use your logical brain. If these sides equal each other, then everything I've got in the pink boxes have to equal each other. a lot of people say, oh, the log base 6 is cancel, or you're subtracting log base 6s. I'm not really canceling or subtracting anything. I'm drawing a logical conclusion that 5x plus 8 has to equal 13x. Finish that one by yourself. And look up when you're ready to check. I'll work it out in silence. Hey, number 6 is looking just like number 5. We've got the ln of this stuff equaling the ln of this stuff. So we're going to draw that logical conclusion that the contents of the green boxes have to be equal to each other. So finish this one off all by yourself, okay? Oh gosh, you're done already. What a scholar. Man, you guys are fast. I was too busy eating my
I already did it.
breakfast. So 8x minus 4x is 2x. No, -1. Hey, sorry people on the video. I had some scholars that were paying attention to me and they realized I forgot how to subtract. So it was 8x minus 4x is 4x. And now we're dividing by 4. So that means -1/2, right? -0.5. Alright, sorry about that. We're looking much better now. Okay, number 7. Let's play that fun game. What would you do first? Taylor, what would you do first? Oh, she's still feeling sick. Did you lose your voice? Oh. Who haven't we picked from? Well, Rachel, what would you do first? No, we're not going to log the 9. I like the idea of dealing with the 9 first, though. Ava, what would you do first? Yeah, you got to divide that 9 over. She's a scholar for sure. She's just really shy.
You got foiled.
No. Definitely no foiling.
You told us we had a foil.
Not on this problem. I had a student tell me he would pay me money to not put one of those foiling problems on the quiz, so I was like, all right. No, I'm kidding. I did not put one on the quiz, but I did not accept his money. All right, so I have a little base of either. That guy's going to be important. What would you do next, Aaron? No, we're not going to ln both sides, because if you ln both sides, we're going to have a double ln. That's not going to help anything. Logan, I just heard a scholar back there doing some math flirting.
Not you, my crap.
Logan, what would you do? So the left guy is our base, the right guy is our exponent, and the center guy is our x. So our answer basically will be whatever e to the 6th is. And to get the e button, second division key. 403.43. All right, hello, boys and girls. Logan, what would you do first?
Left, right, center.
Right, I called on you because you knew how to do the last one. So the guy on the left is your base. Who's that? The guy on the right is your exponent. Who is that? They're both 3, so you can't go wrong even if you reverse the order. And the guy in the center is your answer. So 3 to the 3rd equals x plus 6. Oh, we did 3 to the 3rd like in the lesson yesterday, I think. It was 27.
X is 20.
So you're going to subtract your 7 and get 20. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get our calculators out. I did put the steps up here for you. Stat edit, and that's when you would input your data. And then stat calculate. And since we're doing exponential functions, you'll be calculating choice 0. So here goes nothing. Got my calculator. Oh, I hate when it gets all big like that. All right, got my calculator all fixed up. You can just type over your stuff from yesterday. That's what I'm going to do. 1 is an x value, and then 2 is an x value. And then their corresponding y values are 6 and 36. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I saw a couple people doing wrong yesterday. So you want to arrange these numbers so your L1 is your x's and your L2 is your y's, like this. They were reversing it. They were putting a 1 here and a 6 here. You know what I mean? And a 2 here and a 36 here. So they had it kind of reversed. So just be careful. You're putting the x's in the L1 and the y's in the L2. Okay? Everybody got their data entered? Very good. So now we're going to do stat. And the right arrow takes you to the calculate menu. And we're going to choose choice 0. It's all the way down below choice 9. I'll just pull it up to show you it. It's exponential regression line. There's only 2 that you're going to be using tomorrow, or on the quiz, Monday. The exponential regression line and the power regression line. So the exponential regression line. And then on down, making sure L1 and L2 are the lists that they're using. And you got it. A is 1 and B is 6. And it's a perfect fitting line, 100%. So I use this as my guide. When I write out my equation, I put a 1 in for A and a 6 in for B. So y equals 1 times 6 to the x. Now, did that work for you, Nathan? You had concerns your calculator was wrong? All right, we are actually on number 10, not number 2. The second one, stat edit. We're going to go ahead this time. We have a 2 as our x value and a 3 as our x value. And then a 16 as our y value and a 64 as our y value.
64.
64. Now we go stat calculate, choice 0. Enter. Oh no, poop. Wait, yeah? Yeah, okay, I did okay. I had a panic attack that I was selected the wrong choice, but we are still doing an exponential regression line. Did you get your A value to be 1 and your B value to be 4? So it's y equals 1 times 4 to the x. You can kind of use this as a guide to make sure your equation is in the correct format they were asking for. All right, we ready for the next one? Are you feeling better about this than yesterday? I know yesterday we had a little bit of panic that we hated our calculators and stuff. Okay, so now we're doing power function. Now when you go to stat edit stat calculate, it's choice A. It's called PWR regression line, power function. So stat edit. Looks like we've got a 2 as an x and a 4 as an x. And then a 2 as a y value, and a 16 as a y value. Oh, 166. You want to make sure you don't have any entries wrong, or that would be very bad. Okay, stat calculate, choice A. So you can do alpha A, or you can scroll down to choice A. Power regression line. Oh, these numbers are so nice today. Did you get 0.25 for A and 3 for B?
Yeah. And it's 100% fit.
100% fit. They're always 100% fits when there's only 2 values. All right, so I got to think about how to write this. It's y equals A times x to the B. Y equals A times x to the B. So it would make a snake if I graph it, because it's x to the 3rd power. Remember snakes? Okay, number 12. Stat edit. We got a 3 as our x value, and a 6 as our x value, and a 3 as our y value, and a 12 as our y value. Stat calculate choice A. Alpha A. All right, do you guys match me? 0.33, so 1/3. I'll just write it as 1/3. And then 2 for B. So 1/3 and 2. 1/3 x to 6/2. So that would be a parabola. The parabola would be best. Yeah. Would it be wrong if you put 0.3? No, it'd be fine. 0.3 is just rounded, so I was like, this is more exact. But yeah, I'm not picky with the grading. All right, looks like we've got one last stat world problem. You do have to read the instructions, at least enough to figure out what type of equation we're doing. Did you find that type of equation? Power model. So that's choice A in your calculate menu. All right, so let's get our values in. Stat edit. We've got, they flat out told us they want weeks to be the x values and pairs sold to be the y values. So that's kind of nice of them. 1, 2 for the x values, 10, 80 for the y values. Stat calculate choice A. You guys are super quiet today. Am I going too fast? Am I going perfect?
No, you're happy and you don't like it.
Oh, they don't like that I'm happy. I'm so sorry. So, you just say the funniest things. All right, so 10 is our A value, and then it's an X, and then the power of B is a 3. like that. So it's another snake. A snake would fit that down. All right, Cade, who happens to be Mrs. Clevidence's son, if you were curious, he's super cute, invested $450, compounding continuously at 8% until he had $3,000.
He's got more money.
I know, and he's like not even 1 year old yet.
That's like
how many years
Bella's
went by?
baby's like, oh, he has so much money. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah. Okay, so our setup is going to be this. Well, technically, if you're following my formula on the board, it's an A, but a Y, same thing. So we're going to put that 450 in as his original investment. That's called a principal. We're going to put the 3,000 in at the end of the scenario. And then the 8%, I still have people forgetting how to do 8% as decimal. You move it twice over to the left. Move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Like that movie? Madagascar.
Your kids haven't seen Mulan, whatever.
I don't think my kids have seen Madagascar now that you say that. We should watch that this weekend. Next snow day. All right, so what do you think we should do first, Cecilia? Yep, she's a scholar.
Julia says,
I know, she's quiet too. We got a lot of quiet scholars. They always know what to do, but they're just really quiet.
speak up.
It's okay. I never, ever, ever, ever talked in high school. Like, ever.
Look at you now.
And look at me now. You too can break out of your shell. So it's 6.666. I'll just go 6.67. And then the next step, what do you think we should do next? Brianna? The LN thing. She's right. So we're going to LN. Now, on this point, I actually do LN of the previous answer, so that whole 6.6666666 will all be LN'd. That's 1.897. It's just a cool time to use that answer key on the calculator, second negative sign. And then, what do you think we should do last, Elise? Yep, divide by 0.08. And that gave me about 23.7 years. So Cade won't actually have his $3,000 until he's like, 24, 25 years old. All right, I cannot believe I haven't heard any groaning yet. Did you even look at 15 or 16 yet?
They're the inverse.
Insert groaning. We decided, me and my BFF, Mrs. Clevidence, that you guys did very, very poorly on inverses on the last quiz. So we're like, they probably need to practice that a little bit more. So we're going to practice doing inverse a couple more times, and it is going to be on the quiz. Let's go over the steps first, since it has been like a week and a half or so. Remember the steps? It's a little song. Yep. Switch the x and y, then resolve it. And when I say resolve it, I mean resolve for y. Now here's a phrase, and here's a tidbit of knowledge I think a lot of you kind of struggled with on the last quiz. This tidbit of knowledge is if you start with a log, you'll end with an exponential. What? And you know why that's true, right? Because logs and exponentials are inverses of each other. And there was a true-false in the last quiz about that. So we're starting with a log, right? What are we going to end with? Right, so you don't have the word log or the word ln on your answer play. That'd be bad. That would mean you know for sure you're wrong, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do this to switch our x and y. That's easy. Everybody gets to switch the x and y part, right? And then it kind of tells things. All right, so now we have to resolve it. And to resolve it, we turn it into that exponential form I mentioned. So who is our base? So that little baby e is base, because he's on the left, right, center, a little bit more. So there's our base. Who's our exponent? This x. And who's our answer? No, we're almost solved, aren't we? It's like almost magically solves itself when you turn it into exponential form. We only have one more step, and you know what that is, right? Subtract your 5 over, because we're solving for y. So our final answer, and you better believe it, it's an exponential. It's e to the x minus 5. Once you get it, it's not hard. I feel like not all of you have gotten it yet, Hey, last one. We made our video in about 20 minutes. Awesome. So what's our steps? Switch the x and y. So it's going to be 3 to the y plus 2 equals x. And now, since we started with an exponential, we better be ending with a logarithmic. So we need to solve for y. We've done a lot of problems where we have solved for exponents. This one's a little bit tricky. Do you know what we would do first? Is there play that game? What do you think we should do first, Emmy? Not yet. It's this 2 that has to go.
I don't know.
So if this had been, I'm pretty sure, and I say this a lot, if that x had been a number, like let's just pretend that x had been, the number 10, for example. You guys probably would have said, without a doubt, subtract the 2 first, right? So don't not know what to do first just because you have a variable instead of a number. So subtract 2 first. That'll give you 3 to the y, equals x minus 2. Now, Emmy, you were right, though. We are going to need to use a log, and we're going to use that log right now. So we're going to use the log to cancel our 3. So we're going to do a log base 3 on this side, and we'll cancel our 3. And we'll do a log base 3 on this side, and that'll be our answer. That'll be what y equals. It's log base 3 x plus. Hey, thanks for watching the video at home. I hope you had a good, happy day, and you're going to be ready for your quiz Monday.